Hey, what's up? My name is Sora. I'm coach of the Dover Delmise, and you are watching week 2 of the VBL-S season 14. This week we're up against Red Jolteon and the Jakarta Jolteons. Another pretty terrifying coach. Um, Never an easy matchup in the VBL, but we're both coming into the matchup 0-1. Coming off my second consecutive season, starting off with an 0-2 loss, and it wasn't particularly close last week at all. So pretty rough start to the season, so we're hoping to bounce back and see what we can do. But uh, another another hard matchup, another scary coach, and yeah, we just gotta see what we can do. We gotta try to at least make it a good set this time. And yeah, let's take a look at the matchup. So, like I said, we both come into the week at 0-1. So both of us hungry for a win. And this team is pretty terrifying. It has a snow setter in Ninetales Alola. So there's very few weather setters that are available, like Pokemon that set weather with their abilities. There are very few of those available in the format. Snow and sand are like typically considered the weaker weathers, but snow can be pretty scary on the right team, and this might be the right team for it. Baxcalibur, pseudo legendary from Gen 9, pretty scary when it gets a free defense boost. Aurora Veil is super scary to deal with. Like it just makes bulky Pokemon that are hard to get rid of, like Mudsdale, even harder to get rid of. So you have to really prepare for that to come. You have to be ready to answer that. They have Prankster Tailwind. They have a better Prankster Mon than I do because mine's not real Prankster, so they get priority on all their status moves, whereas I only get priority on my flying type moves. They have Mousehold, which is an amazing Pokemon. It is such a good Pokemon. It has like two incredibly good sets, and it's hard to tell which one will come. And both of them are like equally good. It can run like a really supportive Follow Me Friend Guard, like Super Fang, very bulky. Or it can go all out speed and attack, Pop Bomb, and just blow things up. Which, yeah, it's hard to tell which one. You kind of have to prepare for both. You have to, when you're running Calyx and Prep, you have to assume you might be dealing with Friend Guard. And you also need an answer to Pop Bomb because Mousehold outspeeds everything on my team that's not Talonflame. And we have matching Tailwinds, and I can't taunt their Murkrow because I don't have Prankster. So, yeah, you have to be ready for that. You have I'd say, the slow mode of this matchup, I have a bit of an advantage because I have the slowest Pokemon. But, they definitely have plenty of slow Pokemon that can still do something in Trick Room if I don't have Slowking or Arbolive on the field. Arbolive kind of is an awkward matchup into the team, but there are a few Pokemon that it does very well against. Like it does really well into Mudsdale, because that thing's going to be set up with stamina boost, so it's going to be physically defensive. If it's not running Assault Vest, then it doesn't want to eat an Energy Ball. If it tears in the fighting to get Body Press boost, it doesn't want to eat like an Alluring Voice or anything like that. So yeah, like the approach to the matchup this week is definitely to try to answer the snow. Try to make sure that I don't just get blown up by Mousehold. Make sure that I have a way to get rid of Mudsdale if it gets set up. And then make sure that I don't just get destroyed by Murkrow doing Murkrow things, disrupting the game. So yeah, that's kind of the matchup. I'd say I put a lot of prep into this matchup comparatively to my prep for last week. Like I took more thorough notes and had like lead ideas, and like more pre-prepped calcs and stuff like that. So I definitely feel a little bit better about this matchup than I did about last week, but still wouldn't say that I'm super confident. It's definitely gonna be tough, but we'll see. Hopefully the prep I put in is enough to at least make it close, even if we don't win. Like maybe we still lose. Maybe we can make it a 3-game set instead of another 0-2. That'd be nice. But yeah. So without further ado, let's take a look at the team I've built for the match. So first off, we have our trusty Talonflame here. This is hopefully my answer to a couple things, mainly the snow. So Talonflame learns a Rain Dance, which might seem a little counterintuitive, since it's a fire type, but it does learn Rain Dance, and it is fast enough to, you know, be able to press it, unless they're like Scarf or something. But the idea being that if they want to lead with Snow, I can just turn it off, and then, spoiler alert, I have Swift Swim Overquill to catch them off guard, and kill Ninetales, or potentially even Baxcalibur, depending on the scenario. Running the Mental Herb so that we can't be taunted. So it basically, it can match Tailwinds with Murkrow, and then it can try to taunt it. And if I get taunted on either turn, then I can shake it off. I thought about running Hurricane over Overheat, but Hurricane didn't really hit many things. I obviously can't overheat the Baxcalibur because it will get an attack boost. I couldn't burn the Baxcalibur with Will-O-Wisp because of Thermal Exchange, so I couldn't really bring that either. So kind of counterintuitive to have Overheat and Rain Dance on the same set, but I don't think I would plan to ever... This thing won't last long enough to press more than a couple moves anyway, so like, if it gets off Rain Dance and then that gives me a good position, then, you know, I'm not that upset that Overheat's not going to do a lot of damage. Next up, we have the Overquill. We're running the Choice Band again, with max speed. This makes sure that, you know, once we press Rain Dance to get rid of the snow, we are super speedy, faster than everything. And then, you know, we also have the option to Tailwind as well if we don't need to set up the rain, and still be super fast. The Choice Band gives this thing a ton of offensive pressure, especially with Gunk Shot being a base 120 move. We're running Smart Strike, and it's specifically for Ninetales, so this will kill a bulky Ninetales in the snow, without any, like, I'm not Terra Steel, I'm Terra Water. I don't have to Terra, it just will kill a bulky Ninetales. I think there are some Ninetales sets that will live. And obviously that's without Friend Guard or without Aurora Veil, so it has to happen fast, it has to happen early, but it can happen, and it can catch them off guard because you might not... I mean, Gunk Shot can do it as well, but it's more risky because it can miss. Like, Gunk Shot would also kill, because it obviously does... it's base 120 and super effective, so it's 240, and I think Smart Strike is 70. So it's like barely more... it's actually less overall power because it's not stab than Gunk Shot, on Ninetales specifically, because it's 4x. But if they had like a Terra Ice or something, then I'd have to Gunk Shot. But if they, you know, it's kind of a safer way to just kill Ninetales, basically. Though Gunk Shot is a better play in every other scenario, basically, in the matchup. And then obviously Liquidation Crunch, nothing really crazy here. Next, we have our potential mouse hold answer, and also potentially something that can be pretty annoying to deal with. So we have Lapras with the Rocky Helmet. We are like full defense, as bulky as we can be. The idea being that if we Terra Steel and they Pop Bomb, they just kill themselves. We have Water Absorb for some tech that we potentially have in the back. And then we're running Helping Hand Life Tool just to be supportive. Obviously, Lapras is not a offensive threat, but, you know, Blizzard can do a decent amount of damage, and if we're in the snow, if I, you know, manage to not get rid of it, or we're just playing in the snow, it'll never miss. So the Alluring Voice is a good sneaky fairy type move to catch something off guard. Like if Malamar wants to Terra Fighting to get a boost on those superpowers, something like that. Also hits like the Baxcalibur, super effective. So next up, we have Slowking. This thing is a Trick Room setter for sure. Like it's got Covert Cloak. It can't be taunted. Can't be faked out. Can't be like Rock Slide flinched. So yeah, this thing's getting Trick Room up unless you double it and kill it. I am running Terra Steel to, you know, that's like probably the best defensive type I could identify for what they could be pressing. Like, because I lose to like a Foul Play Glaive Rush or something like that. Like they just double up and kill Slowking. Foul Play from Murkrow, that is. So Terra Steel kind of versus both of those and lets me get Trick Room up. We're running a lot of special attack, and we're also running Quiet Nature, min speed, so that we underspeed everything in Trick Room. And then we have Surf, which next to Lapras, you know, it'll do good damage and also heal Lapras. Again, Blizzard, because we'll potentially be in the snow, and then Yawn, in case we are using Slowking more supportively, which is probably the more likely outcome. We can put things to sleep, though it is a bit slow. It's Yawn's a much worse move overall, obviously, than like Spore or Sleep Powder because it requires a turn, which means they can switch around. But you know, sometimes it forces a switch and it makes it easier to read a play, or you know, it's just annoying to deal with. So our main Trick Room sweeper is Arboliva. Obviously, this thing has a terrible matchup into the snow. Unless we Terra Fairy, which is what we have. We have Terra Fairy with Alluring Voice. That is a lot of damage into Baxcalibur. Very good damage in the Baxcalibur. Energy Ball is a laser into the Mudsdale, and Strength Sap is a super annoying move to deal with. If this thing is in Trick Room and it's up against, like, you know, basically anything, the only thing it doesn't underspeed Mudsdale if it's min speed, which is kind of a problem, but like, unless Mudsdale runs Heavy Slam, then it's not going to have anything really for a Terra Fairy Arboliva, especially if it hits it. If it's trying to like press Earthquake and I have Seed Sour pop, then the Earthquake damage goes down because of grassy terrain. So you get Strength Sap off, you're going to get a full heal off those physical attackers. So basically I have to maneuver this thing carefully and make sure that I don't get stuck on the field with the ice types, or else I'll be forced to Terra it, and it still doesn't, even when it's Terra Fairy, like, you know, maybe you bait out a Glaive Rush on the turn you Terra, but it's Terra Preview, so they're going to know that it's potentially coming. This thing does not want to eat an Icicle Crash for sure. Yeah, so the goal is if I can maneuver around those Pokemon, this thing should be able to put in some pretty decent work. Then we have Komodo. We are running an Iron Defense Body Press set. I kind of identified that this is pretty good into the matchup. There's a lot, you know, it's a snow team. It's got two snow. Baxcalibur is like a snow abuser in the sense that it gets the defense boost. It doesn't abuse it like offensively like a Blizzard spammer would, but you know, that it's an ice type, so it's weak to body press. And then there's you know, Empoleon's weak to body press. There's a few Pokemon on the team that are weak to fighting. And also the benefit of Kamo being kind of, you know, it's like a mixed attacker, right? It's got basically the same attack and special attack. Flash Cannon with Terra Steel can just destroy a Ninetales. So it's there to also, like, you know, against things that like if the Mudsdale tears away from the ground type and something else, it gets a bunch of stamina boost up. Flash Cannon hits it, you know, specially. So if it's not AV, there's probably some scenarios where it does more than body press depending on how the game state is. But yeah, I mean, we're as bulky as can be. Hopefully the lack of speed doesn't come back to haunt us, but we're running, you know, leftovers, Iron Defense. And yeah, so the plan is to, I took more notes than I usually do. I think one of my lead plans is probably going to be Slowking and Komodo, and then we'll just try to Trick Room and Iron Defense. And then basically from there, there's not a lot of things on Red Jolteon's team that want to take a body press besides like obviously the Skeldurge, and even like things that it hits neutrally, though it does pretty good damage into because of it being stab and my defense being doubled. So hoping Kamo can redeem itself for last week where it got schmooved on by a Mirror Herb. Hopefully there are no Mirror Herbs coming this week to ruin my day, but we'll have to find out and see. So yeah, that's the team. Like I said, I'm not feeling super confident, but we're still going to try our best and see how it goes. So let's hop right into the games. All right. Yeah, let me write down some Terras and such. So Mudsdale, Luxray. This is about what we expected. Bax, Malamar, Murkrow, and Mouse. Mudsdale is poison. Luxray is flying. Ground fighting for superpower, I guess. Dark and fairy. Okay. All right, so my plan. There's no Ninetales here actually, so that makes my rain plan a little awkward. But I actually feel kind of good about it. It's like better without Ninetales almost. Because I don't have to worry about fighting with the weather. Let me just... I have some actual notes. I think we're gonna try just the Talonflame Overquill lead with Lapras in the back and probably Kamo for game 1. They go Luxray and Baxcalibur. I am intimidated. Okay. Luxray was Terra flying. So we're not in snow, but I am -1, which is kind of awkward. So I probably want to... I can Rain Dance and just go for damage on Baxcalibur. I don't know what Luxray is going to do, to be honest. Or would I rather just Tailwind? It does the same thing. And then my most damaging move into Baxcalibur is just going to be Gunk Shot. So we'll just Gunk Shot Baxcalibur. Okay, they protect. So Baxcalibur has protect and they discharge. I see. I get parried. Okay, so I do get Tailwind off at least. But yeah, now that's a little bit awkward. I'm still faster. Overheat probably does a decent amount in the Luxor, right? Yeah. I can't overheat the Baxcalibur because they're going to be Thermal Exchange, obviously. I could also switch to Komodo here on another... I think I'll just let Talonflame die, though. Okay, they go to Mudsdale. Gunk Shot's resisted. And they get a stamina boost, and then we overheat the Luxray. A burn for Chip would be nice. Nope. So yeah, they have a discharge earthquake, or not quite disquake. I guess it is because they have Terra Flying if they want to. Okay, so we're gonna go Komodo. And we're probably just gonna Iron Defense here and hope we don't get parried. We don't know what else we don't know. This might be, I don't know. Is it specs? Who knows? We're definitely not gonna be I'm faster than them. Let's just do this. Hopefully I don't get full parried. That would kind of suck. Or miss Gunk Shot, to be honest. Okay, they're Mirror Herb. I miss Gunk Shot. Everyone's running Mirror Herb against me. They're so smart. And they're probably just... They roar me out. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So they have Roar. Mudsdale is Body Press. Not a surprise there. And obviously it's Stamina. Discharge Roar, and they're using Mirror Herb. Okay, my last turn of Tailwind. I am faster than this Luxray. So I probably want to just Alluring Voice and go for Iron Defense again, to be honest. Does Alluring Voice even kill? I guess I should... No. I could just get... maybe I should just double it. Get rid of it. I can also... I mean, I could also just shoot a Blizzard, I guess. Which can potentially knock it out. And then... I'll double it. I tear it to Poison. Ooh, we get a Freeze. And they thought, okay. No shenanigans there. They get a crit. Alright. Mouse Hold comes in. They're Terra. They can't Terra the Mouse Hold. It was Terra Fairy on the mouse. Do I think a Body Press just kills them? Depends on their set. I probably want to Terra Steel my Komodo here. In Blizzard. And Body Press. Terra Steel, Body Press the Mouse Hold. I could also... The thing is, I don't know if I'm faster than Mudsdale. If I knew I was faster than Mudsdale, I might just Alluring Voice the Mudsdale. No, that's not going to do nearly enough. How much did the Blizzard do? 29? So they're probably not AV, because that was with them teared to poison. So they're definitely not AV, right? Did we see... But yeah, since they're poison type now. Oh, they have low kick on Mouse Hold. I am weak to Body Press now, so that's actually kind of bad. Does Body Press kill this thing? No, but Flash Cannon does. They didn't show Protect yet. I'm just gonna hope they don't have it. I could also Protect to fish it out. I think that's what I'll do. Just to see if they have it. Because if they have it and I attack into it, I just lose straight up. They don't know I have Flash Cannon yet. Flash Cannon might kill them. Depends on their set. But I'm pretty sure they're not AV. I don't know what they are then. Unless I missed something. Luxray was the Mirror Herb. I guess I kind of get owned. I mean, Iron Defense, Body Press, a ground move. It's got to be Protect, right? But they don't have leftovers. Maybe they don't run Protect without leftovers. Because backs can Protect. There's really no reason for them to. We only know Protect. It's probably Ice Dragon, maybe ground coverage. I'm gonna just see what they're doing. Okay, they're just body pressing. Okay, so I'm gonna Flash Cannon that slot, and we're gonna hope it's enough. And that Baxcalibur does not have a... Okay, it is enough. They have Ice Shard. Okay, so that means they don't have a move to hit me super effective. What they do. Never mind. Damn. Close one. Close one. I'm surprised they didn't Earthquake. They do have Earthquake. So Terra Steel was very bad there, actually. I was too afraid of the Mouse Hold. If I didn't Terra, I would... Actually, I probably would have just died the Glaive Rush anyway. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Very close game. Very close game. Okay. Do I want to go for the Trick Room mode here? It can be pretty awkward with the squad they have. Let me make sure I've taken note of everything. So it was Ice Shard, Protect, EQ. We only saw Discharge and Roar. We only saw Body Press, and Mouse Hold has Low Kick. That's probably for King Gambit. I could also just lead Komodo. I did have the Slowking Komodo idea when I was prepping. And then you do like Lapras and... Would I rather have Arboliva or Overquill? And Arbaliva is good in Trick Room, but it's bad in the Baxcalibur. I don't really have a great move for Terra Poison. That guy. Let's go for it. Okay. So it's Murkrow and Malamar. So this can be a superpower setup. I can't be taunted. They can taunt my Komoa, which is kind of annoying. So I have to be aware of that. I might just go for Trick Room. I really don't want to burn my Terra. But I might have to be honest. Because if they double my Slowking, it dies, and then I don't get Trick Room, and then I'm kind of screwed. And I can just get Psychic here. Ah, that's smart. Oh, they read that I was gonna Terra there. That's smart. So now they're gonna be pretty hard to get through. Ooh. I do have Alluring Voice and Terra. I have double Alluring Voice in the back actually. I probably want to yawn this thing. Feather Dance, huh? Interesting. I'm gonna Iron Defense. They can't taunt me. Okay. They tried to Sucker Punch me. We'll go for Yawn and Protect, I think. Kind of like stalling my own Trick Room, which kind of sucks, but... I could also just like try to body press this guy. Okay, they reset their own stat boost. That's interesting. I get a crit, which is nice. They knock me off. They kill my Slowking. They will go to sleep, though, and I can bring out Arbaliva now. 2 turns of Trick Room. They can protect. Other than Sucker Punch, Haze, Tailwind, probably. Do I read their protect? I don't think I could also just protect myself, and they'll go to sleep for sure. I think the better play might be to Terra Fairy, though. And then just Alluring Voice them. And if they protect, that's okay, and I'll body press the Murkrow again. Okay. Yeah, so that was a good good choice there. So they don't have their Terra. So I can Energy Ball them. They can follow me, which is a problem. They can also annihilate me. I have to kill this thing. Arbaliva goes... Muzzle probably goes first if they're it goes first if they're min speed, I should say. Not probably, like it does. I mean, they can't put Terra Poison on me. So Arbaliva goes before Komodo does. So I'm gonna... I don't have a spread move. I guess I'll just press Energy Ball, right? Like, it's gonna... Press Energy Ball. If they'll follow me or whatever, and then I'll... This thing can come in and haze again, which is annoying. Okay. Got some damage out. My Trick Room ends, which is kind of sad. If I could somehow get a... They Earthquake. Earthquake is weak now, actually. Um. Okay. Thank you. Delicious. Delicious. Okay. Malamar comes out. They are fast. They are fast. They are fast. Body press does not do a lot to me. Earthquake does nothing here. I have not shown Alluring Voice. I did show Alluring Voice. I did. They did protect on this before. Superpower protect knockoff. They don't really have anything to hit Arboliva with, so I might just kill the Mudsdale, to be honest. The Mudsdale was faster than my Komodo. I'm just gonna Energy Ball here. And this is attacking physically, so I'm gonna Iron Defense. Ooh, they're playing for flinches. That's smart. They got one. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start stalling their Tailwind now, I think. So I'm gonna double protect. Okay, we see all four of these moves. Earthquake, Body Press, Rock Slide. I just need to be able to hit them. So like, you know. Is Lapras is not very useful. Is Lapras useful to me in the end game? Should I keep it alive? Or would I rather keep Komoa alive? No, Lapras is better, I think, here. So we'll just go for Body Press on Malamar. No flinches, please. No more flinches, please. I'm done with flinches. Okay, they didn't go for it. Get some chip. Their Tailwind ends. I'm almost dead. But they're faster than... I mean, I should be fine, right? I'll go for Strength Sap. In case they don't attack me. And then... How much did Body Press do? It did 42? I might just Iron... Iron Defense makes me lose the crit, I think. So... I don't really want to play games here with this. I could have Iron Defense there and it would have been nice, but... Thing is, he has to kill Arboliva. And I don't think he has a way to... Like, if he Topsy-Turvers my Komoa, I get a full heal on Arboliva. So we didn't see any... I mean, obviously, Mouse's follow me. I could have just written that down from the start. It's probably the Friend Guard set, then. We saw Earthquake, or Earthquake and Rock Slide. Okay, they were Citrus. This isn't one yet, actually. Oh, shoot. Topsy-turvy, okay. Uh-oh. I think I lose, actually. Their superpower can kill me. Um, yeah, I lose actually. That's like crit, flash cannon. They have 3 superpowers left. Two superpowers left. Yeah, I think I lose actually. Damn. This thing just 1v3'd me. Do I go for a double protect? Or do I hope I just live one? The problem is that they still have knockoff too, and they're X3 attack, so. Yeah, darn. Yeah, that wasn't enough anyway. Dang. Dang. 2 close games though. I did not respect this Malamar. Damn, you sleep on Malamar, you get wrecked, dude. All right. It was a close 2-0. Dang. I want to look this one back. I definitely fumbled the bag somewhere. I mean, that's some sick tech. Feather Dance on Contrary. That's pretty cool. Protect was... I probably should have identified Superpower PP earlier, maybe? Topset, they had a great way to stop me from setting up again. Slowking didn't do really anything. They didn't go to sleep, unfortunately. I was in a really good position if I don't know, did the flinch change it? Let's look at. So yeah, I felt pretty good here. Like this was awkward, obviously. I probably should have flash cannoned. Though flash cannon doesn't. Oh, that's if they're AV. Yeah, flash cannon doesn't do much, and it still gives them a stamina boost anyway. So yeah, I thought flash cannon might actually. Okay, so yeah, let's look at this a little bit. What could I have done here? So here I'm outside of Trick Room, which is awkward, but I know their Murkrow has... I assume their Murkrow has nothing to hit me with, and then this can't kill either of these very easily. The Strength Sap... Maybe I should just killed it, to be honest. Yeah, I should just killed it. Why didn't I just kill it? Was there a reason in the moment why I didn't just kill the Mudstill? I mean, having... Like... I don't know, having full health in a 3v1 would have been... That was, like, kind of the goal there, but, like... What was the reason for not just killing it? I mean, I felt like I'm still in a pretty solid position here. Like, they don't... In theory here, they don't have anything to hit me with. I think I had pressed... This turn I pressed Body Press in the Malamar, and I pressed Energy Ball? Yeah. No, I pressed Iron Defense, and I flinched. So it was going to be Energy Ball in the Mudsdale, which would have killed it. And I think I just win from there, right? Like, I take a lot of damage here because of that flinch. I double protect because I'm like, okay, let's get rid of their Tailwind. They show Topsy-Turvy. I mean, still here, I should be in a pretty good spot. I guess I didn't identify the Malamar as enough of a threat because I was figuring I just need to hit it with one move and it dies. And then I was kind of worried because I wanted to hit Mudsdale with a special move to kill it, and like Arboliva was in the best position to do it. And like, yeah, I guess I should have respected that Topsy Turvy was probably going to come out next turn. But like, I get rid of the Mudsdale as 3v1 from this position. So my big misplay then was, I guess I had made 2 misplays in a row here. Actually, I should have killed Mudsdale because, I mean, I guess at that point I didn't know their Malamar's whole set either, but I mean, it probably wasn't going to have anything for Fairy. I would have killed Mudsdale on this turn. I mean, I would have won if I didn't flinch. But even with the flinch, I think I still would have won if I just killed Malamar here. Thing is, if they like protected Malamar this turn instead of Topsy Turvy, because you know, they had shown. What had they shown? Had they shown everything at this point? Superpower. They had shown Protect, Superpower, Knock Off, and Top. Yeah, they'd shown everything at this point. So like, I don't know. I was kind of worried that if I targeted Malamar, they just protect. Like, I target with Alluring Voice here, they just protect and then hit my Arboliva. Because I guess at this point I also didn't know what the Mudsdale's 4th move was, but I guess if it was pressing Rock Slide, I didn't have a better move. But then they didn't protect, and then again I didn't really identify that I had to just kill Malamar. And now the superpower does too much because they're boosted and I don't live another. I should have thought about this a little bit more. And known like I would have lived the double up and then I would have been faster than their Mudsdale after Tailwind. Yeah, that actually, yeah. That's, damn, I made so many mistakes actually. This shouldn't have been so close. I should have won this game. Like I had three different chances to win this game. But you know, that's the difference between a good coach and me, I guess. Because yeah, like body press is a 3-hit KO and we're in grassy terrain. They can flip my defense at any time. I should have just killed, I don't know, for some reason I just didn't respect the Malamar enough, even though like I have Lapras in the back. I know Lapras can't do anything to it because it just dies to superpower. Unless they're, my Lapras wasn't min speed, right? Yeah. I mean, maybe, you know, they're gonna run min speed Malamar. So yeah, and then we saw, yeah, I'm slower than them, so they were fast, right? So I didn't really have a, at this point I kind of just lose. Like they can topsy-turvy me. And they had the citrus berry, which gave them just enough health to, I mean, I guess they also didn't I kind of expected them to respect Lapras potentially having Alluring Voice. Or even just like, because Lapras is going to have a special attack, right? So like, I was thinking they'd kill Lapras, so I helping handed, and then they topsy-turvied my Kamo. I could have just Alluring Voiced them. But I mean, that's like a 50-50 play, right? Because my body press had done 37% to them when they were, no, they didn't, that was after their boost. So they would have taken another 37%. I guess that's another mistake. I kind of made a mistake in every turn of this late game. Didn't I? I should have recognized that They had the topsy-turvy Komodo because they were gonna lose to it. And then yeah, my body press does literally nothing. And now they just kill Lapras. And I can't win from this position. Damn, I don't know if I've ever fumbled a game that bad. There were actually so many turns I could have just won if I made the right play, and I didn't identify the right play in any of them. That's tough. But it is what it is. I don't know what it is with me. Like, I feel like I'm pretty good at identifying plays when I'm playing like standard VGC, but for some reason I've really been struggling in Draft League to identify the right play. But at the end of the day, a loss is a loss. We are now, and we got 2-0'd again. So it's just the same as last season. 2-2-0s to start the season off. This was at least more competitive. Like, this was a really close game. And then this, I cannot blame RNG for this one. Like, this is my own fault. The RNG shouldn't have mattered. Like, I should have just won by making the right play at any point. So that's my fault, my own fault. Nothing to really complain about there. Yeah, that's how it goes though. You know, we're in a tough position already. 0-2. You know, it might be time to start thinking about it's really hard for me to make team changes because of my draft challenge. Like, I'd have to really think it through. It'd take a lot of planning because I have to preserve my word chain if I don't want to break my rule. Maybe I'll like tinker in the lab a little bit, but I mean, I felt like I was pretty well prepped for this set, way more well prepped than I was for the last set. It's just that this was kind of like another scenario where I over prepped for something that didn't come. Like, I prepped a lot for Ninetales, like the snow mode with like Baxcalibur getting a defense boost and like them having Aurora Veil and all that, but it didn't come. It's the second week in a row where like the thing I thought was going to be the biggest threat just didn't show up at all. Second week in a row where I got punished for trying to do any kind of setup. Like, they had Roar, Mirror Herb, Topsy Turvy, and Haze on their team. They really did not want me to set up at all. I really need to think about that in future prep. Like, setup is not safe with my team. Like, people identify that I want to set up, and they are pulling out all the stops to stop me from doing it. So maybe I need to think of something with more immediate offense, but yeah, it's a tough one. It's always a tough one when you lose, especially when you lose 0-2, especially when you lose 0-2 2 weeks in a row. But I've done enough babbling. I think that's going to do it for this week. Hopefully, you know, next week we can figure something out. Definitely not trying to go 1-6 again, that's for sure. And by that, I'm not trying to go 0-7 either. So hopefully we can start cooking a little better and figure it out for next week. But until next time, thank you for watching. I hope you at least enjoyed the two close games. I hope you are sitting at your computer watching me in game 2 like fumble the bag for 5 turns straight. I hope you're yelling at me because I definitely deserve to be yelled at. Please leave your yelling thoughts in the comments and let me know how dumb I am in case I forget. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Have a good one.